it is an unequal draw, and we're talking about it before, JB.
But it's the most unequal thing in football.
Well, and I can imagine if I was Alistair Clarkson, not more importantly, because Alistair's the coach, but the conditioning staff, as soon as the draw come out, they're saying, gee, we've got Geelong round 1 on a Monday. West Coast played 10 days before us against Fremantle.
Yep.
Then we've got to fly over to Perth.
Short turnaround. So
you're basically flying, Damo, 4 days after you play. So you get over there late Friday night.
Yep.
And they're training over there today, light run. So all of a sudden...
West Coast get 2 games in a row at their home ground.
And two weeks off.
And 2 weeks to prepare for it at home.
Any player will tell you, and Gaz, I don't think it's any even different in our day, which was many, many moons ago. I reckon it takes you 4 weeks to get match-hardened. And we saw the game on Monday. And, well, most of us saw the whole game. One guy left a couple of minutes early, but anyway, that's another point. But to me, that's a really big ask. And apparently, Damo, the conditions over there, it's pretty warm. 30 degrees.
It's real warm, and it's going to be warm all weekend.
4 weeks to come to hand. Oh, the gym, after a week or so, be pretty right.
But, Damo, we all see, well, certainly you and I do, who are closer to City Hall, we all see Simon Lethlean every year, and every year he looks 10 years older, because it is a nightmare putting the draw together.
You know yourself, the scheduling issue and what North Melbourne is subjected to by way of this fixture is debilitating when it comes to making money out of it.
Are you suggesting, Warrior, that they would use that to fire a couple of shots across the bow, perhaps a square up, perhaps a retaliation for some negative publicity or negative comment?
100%.
You are saying that, are you?
I've got no doubt, and the clubs think
so
that, Garry.
You think,
they will not say that on record, but they say that.
This is staggering what Damo's saying. He's saying that they sit there and go, right, let's have a look. Remember what North said about us in round 12 last year? Well, they can just go interstate, Friday, short 6-day break.
Do you reckon that happens?
You reckon that happens?
It
definitely happens.
I've got no doubt it happens.
Oh,
but the clubs think it happens. JB, does it happen?
I think if you secretly lassoed a few people at the Hawthorn's a club we're talking about, and you know, lots of people over the journey have rejoiced and embraced Jeff Kennett's ability to split the AFL down the middle on a weekly basis, and did it for 5 years.
It's nearly a bomb.
Loved it.
Yeah. Get the bomb ready.
But I reckon, no, I don't know this, but I reckon if you secretly went and asked some key people at Hawthorn, they'd go, well, yeah, it's great that we've got a really vocal president that piles into the AFL every second minute, but have a look at the draw we've had for the last 5 years.
Do you think it's happened to you?
Well, no, because I think we actually have a good relationship. In fact, I reckon the reverse has happened with us, because Simon Lethlean and Brad Scott are very good, close friends from St Kevin's.
You reckon you're getting favourable treatment?
I said to Lethers when I saw him the other day, I said this year's horrendous draw is Lethers overcompensating for the fact that he's one of the coach's best mates and spoke at his wedding. That's what I put to him anyway. But so no, we don't have any issue on that front. But I know where you're coming from, Purple.
And Gary, when you say, do you think they actually go through the draw and say, right, we can get this club here?
Don't backtrack.
I'm not. I'm actually enhancing the point here.
If you
hear me out,
I'll let you out.
if you hear me out, what they will do, it's easier to not look after certain clubs too.
If they don't like them.
Yeah.
So you reckon they're that petty and shallow?
Gary, it's not a fixture.
Damien,
it is not a draw. It is not a draw.
He's just giving me a Gary.
It's a schedule.
It's
an AFL design.
So you are saying the vindictiveness of the AFL will work to the detriment of an AFL club.
If you don't think that has happened, Gary, you are
we need proof
than you are.
It's an amazing scenario, isn't it? Both grand finalists, two completely different draws.
Well, according to Damo, if you take them out for lunch, they just go, right. You can have GWS and Gold Coast to kick off your season.
We'll line that up. GWS and Gold Coast, rounds 1 and 2, both in their home state. That's against Monday game against Geelong, Sunday game against West Coast, with a 15-day break for West Coast, 6-day break for Hawthorn.
So what do you have to do for that?
Just get back in.
I'll tell you what happens.
This is my drum, or what are you going to do?
This is my take. On
41.
My take.
Yes. Give me your take.
I reckon the AFL were focused on setting an all-time attendance record. That's only my gut feel on the draw.
That's another compromised element.
No, it's not. I think it's good to get off to a flyer.
Spud saying maximise crowd. You're saying square up.
He's referring to round 1 specifically. I'm referring to over the course of a 22-match season, there are square-ups in that fixturing.
Hey,
what about
if you're at the ground?
And you know there are, Gary, so don't try and...
I'm staggered.
I reckon there's another one. I reckon Channel 7 wanted as many rounds stretched as far as they can, that they can only get protection on 2 matches per week per the anti-siphoning legislation.
Who sent you this?
If they can split the round, they get protected on 4 matches in the round.
Oh, that makes sense.
2 per weekend. That's only my gut feel on it. And I reckon I'm right. I've done my homework on it.
You don't use the word anti-siphoning unless you read it.
What's anti-siphoning mean, Danny? What does anti-siphoning? What does it mean?
You know exactly what it means.
I know what it means. What does it mean?
No, well, I'm asking you. Anti-siphoning.
Yeah, is?
The anti-siphoning laws is free-to-air television, okay? So you're allowed to get so much free-to-air on
Spud.
the telly.
You've got away with that. I'll give you that.
I've been in the media for a little bit more. But I think people listening would be far greater educated with my take on it, the AFL attendance record and Channel 7 trying to stretch it over 2 games per 2 weekends to really get the attendance record compared to your scuttlebutt.
Over 2 weekends, it had nothing to do with Channel 7. It was non-access
compared to you,
non-access to
your little
scuttlebutt.
And if you don't have lunch with this guy and if you say something against that, I think mine is far outweighed your little pathetic effort. No, what would have thought?
Just come to a full stop. Nothing back, Warrior.
There's no need to come back on that.